Welcome back inside the MMA War Room. I'm Chris Schroyer alongside Shrikar Rajendran. We got some interesting things to talk about with these new UFC meta rankings. And personally, I got a bone to pick, and I'm sure Shrikar does as well.
I have multiple bones to pick that we'll go throughout the video. The first
Yeah,
bone is the rankings itself. The second is like all the wrong rankings between each division, which we'll also go over.
yeah. I mean, personally, I got a really good laugh looking at some of these rankings and then comparing it to the media rankings, which, sometimes I don't think that the media rankings are fairly accurate. This is the one time that I'm completely siding with the media rankings, saying that they got it right. It makes no sense. There are names that are on the rankings that really shouldn't be. Some of the guys I actually really like and enjoy watching their fights, but they have no business being in the rankings, men and women too. And we'll get to all the divisions and we will compare the media rankings to the meta rankings. But first, I think we should look at what the UFC released as the criteria for these meta rankings and what it actually entails. So, not all wins or losses are treated equally under the meta UFC rankings. Beating a higher ranked opponent carries more weight than defeating a lower ranked one, which is pretty valid. And a dominant finish against a top 5 ranked contender is a stronger signal than a close decision over an unranked opponent, which also very valid. This is where it gets tricky. The system also accounts for recency, with more recent fights carrying greater weight while applying inactive penalties for fighters who go extended periods of time without competing. By relying exclusively on measurable fight data, the meta UFC rankings ensure a fighter's placement accurately reflects their true competitive performance inside the octagon and nothing else. That's where I have a bone to pick, the recency, because there are some fighters that, yes, you might be an underdog and you might score a huge upset victory, but that should not catapult you into the top 10 of a division's rankings. Exhibit A, we will look at the flyweight rankings that I will pull up right now. I'm going to zoom in here because it's a little tricky. Shout out Ape on Twitter because he's the one who put together these side-by-sides for the meta rankings and the media rankings. So we go from the top. Obviously you have the champion that will never change. Pantoja, who lost to Josh Van, is the rightful number 1 contender. Manel Kape, who just scored a huge knockout victory over Horiguchi at 2. No problems there. Tatsuro Taira at 3. No problems there. Brandon Royval at 4. I don't see a problem there. In the media rankings, Horiguchi at 5. In the meta rankings, Lonnie Kavanaugh at 5. I would actually be okay with Lonnie Kavanaugh being at 5 over Horiguchi, considering what just happened on Saturday. Then we have Asu Almabayev at 7 in the media rankings. Amir Albazi, the meta rankings. We have Amir Albazi at 7 in the media rankings, which I'm actually okay with Asu Almabayev being at 7 in the meta rankings. And then they are just flip-flopped at 7 and 8 on both sides of the rankings. Brandon Moreno at 9, which I'm okay with. And this is where it gets just absolutely abysmal. As much as I love Kevin Borjas, there is no way in hell that you can convince me that he is a top 10 flyweight in the world. He is 2-4 in the UFC. And I get that he just won a crazy fight against Andre Lima, but he is not better than Steve Erceg, Alex Perez, Edgar Chairez, who is 15 on the media rankings. There is just no way in my mind that I can grasp that concept. Shrikar, what do you think? Because I already know.
If we go, we gotta go back to what they said about the rankings, but I do agree with the fact that if you're inactive, that should be punished.
100%.
But at the same time, this just reeks of recency bias. Like, hey, I will ask y'all, look me dead in the face right now. Is Kevin Borjas a top 10 flyweight? Dana White, Hunter Campbell, whoever, the chat bots, whoever's in charge of these rankings, is Kevin Borjas really a top 10 flyweight in the world right now? Is Mitch Raposo really a top 11 flyweight in the world? No, they're not. I think that's my big issue, y'all. It should not be this fucking hard. It really shouldn't. It really should not be this hard. I think Sumu Darji has accomplished more than Borjas, who, mind you, Sumu Darji literally has a win over Kevin Borjas.
Exactly.
Just no one in their right mind is going to put Kevin Borjas in the top 10. If
And
you follow the sport intently.
Sumodarji isn't even in the media rankings, which is
stupid. Get
stupid.
to Gear out of there and put in Sumudarji or Edgar Shire. Edgar Shire is already there. So if you
Edgar
take out
Shire
the Gear,
should be in the top 15. I think Sumudarji should be in the top 15 in the media rankings. I'm actually happy that he's in the meta rankings, but there's just no way that Kevin Borjas is over Sumudarji when Sumudarji absolutely pieced him up for 3 rounds and made him look stupid.
And bro, this is the problem. Like, this is too focused on recency. Like, Mitch Raposo, yes, good win over Alan Nascimento and Azat Maxim. Bro, he's been a split decision merchant since he's gotten to the UFC.
Yep.
Like, I like, what are we doing, bro? Like, I don't really have to explain this to you guys. You and I both know out there that there's no way these should be the rankings. It definitely feels like the UFC was definitely trying to correct course, but they overcorrected. And now we have this.
I agree. I feel like if you're going to use the meta rankings, there has to be some oversight on what the information output is, instead of just throwing it up and saying, all right, AI, take the wheel, give us rankings. Right?
Because their reasoning is valid in what they were trying to make this as.
Right.
And I agreed with most of what they put on, that description. But it just seems like the rankings don't really reflect that. And we'll look at bantamweight next and just see. We'll compare and contrast each division. And we could just kind of skim and go through it. Jan Marab, Umar, Sean O'Malley. Like, at the top, it's going to be cool. What in the world is Raoni Barcelos doing as a top 8 bantamweight? Like, what is Marcus McGee doing in the top 10? Like, I like Marcus McGee. He got a really big opportunity against Jan. He got a good win against John Giannis. Why is he in the top 10? What has he done to warrant that? Farid Basharat, no. Like, no. I get it, no.
The fact that Peyton Talbot isn't even in the top 15 is just blasphemous.
Yeah, Talbot and Rosas are no longer in the top 15. Like, what? I don't get that. Bryce Mitchell and Montel Jackson, let's put them in and get rid of Talbot. And I get it because it does follow the value of, if you're inactive for a long period of time, we're going to take you out. But, like, come on, man. Do you really think any of these guys are meeting Peyton Talbot in a fight? Like, this is my big thing. The rankings are bullshit. They've always been bullshit because it's never like a true test of anything. MMA is a sport where rankings do not matter. It has been proven time and time again. 100%. Ilya was saying it in the press conference for the White House. He doesn't care about the rankings. Like, like, all he can do is go in and do his job, and then everyone just does the rest. Like, the rankings do not matter. So while we are angry about this right now, do not think we are taking this to heart. We're just upset because the UFC wanted to make a big move and claim that they were fixing the rankings, and then they made it worse.
Yeah, 100%. And the fact that there's 2 rankings kind of shows you that they were not fully confident in this ranking system, that they have the media ranking and the meta ranking. Because if they were fully confident in the meta ranking, they would just totally scratch the media rankings from
which is what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah. And it feels like college football or like college lacrosse, where you have multiple different polls and teams are all over the place, because there's really no way to justify why. There's no way to solely justify people that are close in proximity of why one guy is over the other guy or why one team is better than another team. There's really no gauge to do that. And I agree with Ilya. Like, the rankings really don't matter. It really doesn't, because you have a guy like here. Let's flip to featherweight. You have a guy like, look, at number 9, you have a guy like Nathaniel Wood, who was absolutely dominating as an unranked fighter and never sniffed the rankings, but he was treated as a ranked fighter. At least in my eyes and our eyes, we always thought that he was good enough to be in the rankings, and he was just.
And you know what? Nathaniel Wood's ranking, everyone was kind of heated about that. I'm not terribly mad about that.
I'm not. He's deserved to be in the rankings for very long, and he put on time and time again. And it was almost like Fares Ziam. Obviously, he just lost to Tom Nolan, But for the longest time, he was the best unranked lightweight for a very long time. And it was just he never got put in the rankings. And that's where it kind of gets tricky because it's like, why are some of these guys being put over him when he goes out and he performs in a dominant fashion? It's just, it just makes no sense. It's all opinion based and what people want to see and who they want to push forward.
What did Pat Sabatini do to get that high up this list, bro?
I have no idea. I've been asking myself the same question.
What did he do to get over Kevin Vallejos? What did he do to get over Yusuf Zalal? Like,
he goes to decision.
Just for my peace of mind, let's go to Sabatini's resume because I might be missing something, y'all. To all my Pat Sabatini fans out there, 4-fight win streak against Jonathan Pierce, Joe Anderson Brito, Shepe Mariscal, and William Gomez. Good 4-fight win streak. Is he the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7th ranked flyweight in the world? No,
absolutely not. He gets smoked by.
If you had him between like 10 and 15, 7. Maybe I'd be more understanding of it. Why is he at 7?
And this is where the media rankings get it right because he's not even sniffing the top 15. You know, I'm taking, for the most part, all of these guys above him in a fight. I really am. Maybe not Josh Emmett at 15 right now, but I mean, that's why I prefaced the recency part in that little spiel that the UFC put out. It's too emphatic on recency bias. Like it's basically, if you put together a nice 3 to 4 fight win streak, you are finding yourselves in these rankings.
Yeah, you're going to be a top 10 fighter.
Yeah, I just don't get it. And I'm going to go back to Kevin Borjas. Dude is 2-4 in the UFC, and he is a top 10 fighter in his division. That just absolutely blows my mind. Yeah, I mean, Pat Sabatini has no business being in the top 10, you know, maybe not even in the top 15. But I agree with you. Him being at the back half of this division makes sense. In the top 10 blows my mind. It really does. It just makes no sense. So we can move to lightweight.
Okay, lightweight, I think they got right for the most part, but I don't think Patty should be under Salkeld, Moicano, Gamrot. Like Patty could be above those three for sure.
100%.
I think Hoofy could be higher above those guys too. I don't know why Hoofy is still down there.
And we'll scroll down, and they have Grant Dawson still in the top 14, in the top 15. Not even in the media rankings.
Wow, Fiziev is not even in the rankings.
Fiziev isn't even in the rankings. Like what are we doing? Rafa Garcia is in the rankings.
And I can understand Rafa Garcia to an extent, especially the fact that he's at 15. Won the world or Salkeld, Moicano, and Gamrot doing above Hoofy, Patty? Like, that does not make sense to me at all. But hey, again, recency bias list. We'll go to welterweight. I think welterweight, they probably at least got it right for the most part. Which, yes, it seems that they did. Definitely seems that they did. Okay, I'll give Meta a W for welterweight. I don't think this is bad. Maybe Gary over Prates, but I don't think this is horrible.
I think Amosov is a little too low.
Yeah, but look where is he on? Yeah, but he's at 11 on the media rank. Like, I don't think that's too.
That's true.
Too bad. MVP is a little high for me, but you don't know how I feel about it.
I don't think. I guess we're just nitpicking, but I don't think Usman should be below Buckley after he beat him. I think.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because Usman's a middleweight now.
That is true. He'll be out of those rankings. But yeah, honestly, no egregious problems with welterweight. I actually think they got it right for the most part.
Yeah, this is probably the most accurate one out of all the divisions we've seen so far.
I agree. It's just a lot of flip-flopping between like 1 or 2 spots. We'll move to middleweight, where we have Joe Piper sitting at 5.
Yeah, seems about right.
I'm okay with that. RoboCop is the 9th ranked middleweight in the world.
I'm also fine with that too. I don't think that's horrible. RoboCop has been on a really good run. Like, I think maybe top 10 is a bit of a stretch, but like RoboCop, he was gonna fight into the top 10 anyway, so that's not like a egregious one for me.
Wow.
Ikram
And
Aliskerov, and we'll get into it when we get to the pod. And
look
I
at the
won't spoil
drop
my
off.
pick, but
Look at the drop off for RDR in the media rankings, sitting at 8 all the way down to 15 in the meta rankings.
well, he should be lower anyway because he's going up a division. But
That is true. That is true.
Paulo
Yeah,
Costa should not still be in the middleweight rankings.
this one isn't as bad. I mean, yeah, Whitaker is still in the middleweight rankings. That'll be scratched. Roman Dolidze is still in the media rankings. Very interesting.
We'll get into it in our Baku picks, but Ikram, I still might pick him against Bruno Ferreira after I do a little more tape study. I feel like he's crazy overrated at this point in time.
I do too.
But I don't think he should be ranked yet. That's just me.
But yeah, for the most part, this one isn't that bad. What I've noticed is the lower weight classes are where it's getting really
messed up
blown out of proportion.
featherweight, bantamweight, and flyweight royally.
And I don't know if that's just kind of a interface thing or what information they might be pulling differently for some of these lower divisions as we move to light heavyweight.
They fucked it up again. What is Jamal Hill doing as the 5th ranked contender, bro?
I mean, he's 6th in the media rankings, which I don't think is accurate at all.
Well, like, why are we putting Jamal Hill that high?
I agree. I agree.
Doesn't matter. He's moving up to. By the way, did you see the video of Jamal Hill's physique right now?
No, I haven't. It doesn't look bad.
All right, let me pull this up. Hold on.
I'm assuming by how you preference that or preface that look, it's probably bad.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Sounds like heavyweight could use a new fighter.
Yeah, this man is beyond heavyweight. He will have to cut down to 265.
But yeah, in the media, you have Ankalaev at 1. Pereira is sitting at 1 in the meta rankings.
Sorry.
I'm assuming Pereira is moving back down. I think Pereira should be 1. Prohaska is still sitting at 3. Paulo Costa at 4 in the meta rankings, 7 in the media rankings. I think that Costa at 4 actually is really not bad after what he did to Mirzakhanov. Dominic Reyes at 7 in the meta rankings, 11.
Chris, the rankings are not they're not up right now.
Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, he needs to move up to heavyweight. Oh my god, there's no way that's him. No, that has to be AI.
He got the DC build.
Oh my god, dude. Wow. Yeah. So Jamal Hill's moving up to heavyweight, everyone. Go on Polymarket and cash your ticket.
That is insane.
Yeah, that looks terrible. Yeah, I do not know what to say. Navajo Sterling cracking the top 15 in these meta rankings.
I'm cool with that.
I am very cool with that. You have Nikita Krylov in the media rankings, not in the meta rankings.
I'm also okay with that.
Yeah, that's not terrible, but
he technically did defend his ranking by beating Modestas Pekauskas, and
that is true.
We'll see what happens with him and Whitaker, but
you have Dustin Jacoby at 11 and not even in the media rankings.
Let me see who Dustin Jacoby.
I'm okay with Jacoby being a 13 to 15 guy. I think 11's too high for him.
Yeah, he beat Petrino Lopez and Julius Walker, albeit all by KO, but yeah.
That doesn't sit right, if I'm being.
But it also
honest.
speaks a lot to light heavyweight, so
that is true. And we have Rakic still in the media rankings at 14, but he is moving up, so I guess that clears a spot out for Jacoby. I just think Jacoby's a little bit too high. Other than that, I don't have a problem with it.
Volkan is a little high.
Volkan is a little high, but he is sitting at 9 in the media rankings. But personally, I think Guskov should honestly be taking that spot. Mirzakhanov at 9 on the meta rankings. Nah, he's at 8 in the media rankings, right behind Paulo Costa, who absolutely smoked him. Not terrible. You have Menefield at the bottom, Johnny Walker, Blachowicz. It could be worse. I'll put it like that. It could be worse. it's not as bad as some of the lighter divisions. But let's move up to heavyweight, see what's happening over here. Aspinall, obviously, still the champ. Gon is the interim champ. I'm okay with that. Volkov at 2 in both.
Oh shit, we've got a big polar bear here.
Shout it out.
You know who it is.
Spivak?
No.
Josh Hogan?
We have a polar bear in Arlington, Texas, sitting on this meta.
Oh, how is Tyrell Fortune 8, 9 in the media rankings?
It's not that. There's a giant polar bear.
Oh, dude, I didn't even see it. Kuniev?
Yeah. What in the world is Rizvan Kuniev doing that?
Dude,
high,
he's
bro?
8 in the media rankings, so I guess it's not
In
terrible.
both. What? Like, I'm trying my hardest, yo. I'm really trying my hardest.
I mean, also in the meta rankings, Vitor Petrino is sitting at 10, and he is not sniffing the media rankings right now. Ryan Spann is coming in at 15.
Hey, I'm happy for Superman. I think that's low-key deserved.
I do too. I also think that Mario Pinto deserves to be in this top 10. I mean, top 15.
Because Spann, what he just KO'd Buchecha, right? Like, I think that's worthy at least of getting the crack at the rankings. You know?
But like, what is the media looking at that Tyrell Fortune is the number 9?
I don't know.
What? Dude, this is where I agree with the meta rankings.
Yeah, I think Meta got it right on this one. Besides Kuniev,
just so you guys know, we'll scroll up here. The media rankings up in your top right corner. Media rankings are on the left and meta rankings are on the right. So if you guys were, just in case you guys are getting a little confused, that's what we're looking at. Yeah, I do not understand how Tyrell Fortune is sitting at 9 in the media rankings and he's not in the meta rankings. And that's honestly something I agree with. I agree with Pericic being at 12. I think that's valid. He's been on a crazy tear. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts on the heavyweight rankings?
Besides Rizvan Kuniev, which I'm gonna go back and actually look at his resume before I keep hating on him more, but
he beat Almeida, who was a top 10 guy.
Yeah, but he lost the decision to Curtis Blades. Like I don't. That's crazy, bro. His first 2 fights. His first 2 fights in the UFC were Curtis Blades and Jailton Almeida. But also Rizvan Kuniev just hasn't looked like what about what about Rizvan Kuniev wows you? And okay, this guy's better than Curtis Blades. He's better than these other guys in the like what about him just pops off the screen?
Do you want me to be honest? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing.
What is Rizvan Kuniev doing this high? Like,
shout out Rizvan Kuniev, though.
I think Brando Perisic would KO Rizvan Kuniev in the first minute of the fight.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm being super dead
Rizvan Kuniev, though. He's shout out Terrence too. He loves Rizvan Kuniev.
Shout out to Terrence, but bro, Brando is my guy. Brando Perisic would smoke Rizvan Kuniev.
Oh, 100%. I think Mario Pinto would smoke him. I think that Walter Walker would heel hook him. I'm taking Vitor Petrino in that fight. I think he could beat Spivak. I don't even know if he's beating Spivak, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think Spivak could just win a crafty decision,
Oh God. Yeah. So that was the men's rankings.
Yeah, as we quickly glossed over the women's as well.
Yeah, it got really hairy on the lighter rankings. So Ape on Twitter did not do one for the women's rankings, so we're doing it here. So we'll start with the meta rankings strawweight. We got Mackenzie Dern on all the way on your left. Mackenzie Dern, Zhang Wei Li.
We're not seeing it. We're not seeing it.
Oh, okay. My bad. Forgot to share the tab. All right, so now we're sharing it. Mackenzie Dern at as the champion, Zhang Wei Li at 1, valid. Verna Jandaroba at 2, valid. Tatiana Suarez at 3, Jillian Robertson at 4, Yan Zhao Nan at 5. And this is where it gets bad. Piera Rodriguez has snuck into the top 7 in strawweight after a 3-fight win streak. So now I'm going to share this because I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw a very, very funny post that made me laugh a lot from Piera Rodriguez. She said, and I will zoom in with a picture of the meta rankings. This is what happens when rankings are based on facts rather than personal opinions. Shrikar, what do you have to say about this?
That the facts are wrong. I don't know. Like, once again, guys. I mean, I know you guys see Tabitha Ritchie glazing in the comments. I want you all to look me dead in the face and tell me Piera Rodriguez is a top 6, top 5, whatever it is, strawweight in the world. You cannot tell me that. You cannot do it.
I agree.
You just cannot do it, bro. Like,
I started crying of laughter when I saw this today.
We need opinions. Isn't the UFC the big organization where it's like, oh yeah, it's a free country. You should be able to say what you want. We can't silence the people. Oh my God, bro. Bring the opinions back, dog. Like, what are we doing, dog?
And now let's switch back and let's all right. So let's go down this a little more. We have Rodriguez, Ritchie, Denise Gomez, Mizuki Inoue at 9.
That's
Alexia Tainara at 10. Lemos at 11. Lupi at 12. Amarim 13. Fatima Klein 14. Talita Alencar at 15. So now let's check.
I'm fine with everything. I'm fine with everything except Piera. Like,
I agree. And she's not even in the media rankings. Not even close. She's not even close.
Yeah.
Oh God. UFC.
I still think Angela Hill should have been in the meta rankings. I don't know why.
I agree. She's 40-something years old and still putting on crazy performances. The ageless wonder in Angela Hill. So now we can go to flyweight, women's flyweight. We got Shevchenko at the top, Natalia Silva, Manon Fior, Alexa Grasso, Erin Blanchfield. Zhang Wei Li doesn't count because she's moving back down. Jazz Devicius, Rose Namajunas at 7. Tracy Cortez, Macy Barber, Wang Kong, Miranda Maverick, JJ Aldrich, Karine Silva, Eduardo Mora, Casey.
I don't. It's cool. Like I think it's just such an irrelevant division because none of these women. I'm sorry, none of these women are beating Shevchenko anyway. So
I agree. And
it don't matter.
Sorry. And yeah, I mean it's pretty much the same thing. No Miranda Maverick in the meta rankings. She's in the media rankings. No Gabby Fernandez. Casey O'Neill is much higher. Wang Kong is lower. Namajunas is higher. Yeah, it's not bad. So now we look at the bantamweight rankings.
Oh wow. Luana Santos jumps up to 3. There we go.
Luana Santos is at 3, guys.
I really want contenders at women's bantamweight, and I'm glad that the UFC is attempting to get some. Why? Why? Luana Santos is good, but why?
You cannot convince me that she is the 3rd best fighter in this division.
Without even having faced a top 10 opponent.
Eileen Perez would
number 3 women's bantamweight in the world.
Eileen Perez would smoke her, in my opinion.
You
have Melissa Croden at 9.
Well, my whole thing is like we need to actually see Luana Santos fight these people, like before putting her all the way up at 3.
I agree. Daria Zelezniakova at 14.
Like, bro, Luana Santos beat Carol Hossa. When did that warrant jumping into the top 5, let alone being in the top 3 contenders?
So let's look at the media rankings real quick.
It's gonna be very different. Oh, there it is.
Luana Santos is 9.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I think she should probably be even lower than 9. I think she still has to fight.
I agree.
Well, she beat a top 10 opponent, but
this is valid. Like if you beat Hossa, who was sitting at 8, she goes to 9. That's valid. Like that's a good jump. That's an accurate jump. And then you have Zalesniakova isn't even in the media rankings. I don't even think she's close. Montague,
Yeah,
who
because
was at
Croden won.
8, she was at 8 or 9. She was 14 in this. Misha Tate skirting in at the bottom right there.
Yo, Misha Tate is like always just held on to 15, like without doing anything. But shout out to Misha.
She is a mainstay at 15.
Shout out to Misha Tate. I'm not even gonna hate. I like Misha.
Shout out Misha Tate. But see, Edwards at 3 here. She was at 1 in the meta rankings. Yeah, it's just it's pretty interesting, man. I had a good laugh looking through all of these.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you guys think about it. If you agree with us that some of these rankings are pretty egregious. If some of the rankings you think are actually fair and valid. But yeah, I mean, I think the UFC had a good idea, just poor execution. And I think it shows by also including the media rankings, showing that they didn't really have full faith in their product.
Now there's nothing to really go off of.
Yeah. I mean, like
which
now,
is
now
good and bad, good and bad, but
it is good and bad. But now the question is, when these fighters are fighting and you look at the HUD like on the screen, what rankings are they gonna use for these fighters? Like the next time we see Luana Santos, is she going to be the number 3 ranked fighter in women's bantamweight? Or the next time we see Kevin Borjas, is he gonna be the number 10 flyweight? It's interesting. I don't know. But yeah, make sure you guys like up the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications for when we do stream. We do stream pretty much every Sunday after the card, late night stream. So if you guys are, night owls or you like staying up late, be sure to catch us on the stream, interact with us. We're always down to talk to the people.
Baku picks are coming soon.
Yes,
as y'all see this, we're working on the Baku picks. So
yes, Baku picks very soon. Very good card. Very excited for that. But yeah, that's all for us on the War Room. I'm Chris Schroyer. That's Shrikar Ragendran. Have a good one.